Today I want to talk first about the recursive nature of your research question and your thesis, meaning actually that I'm going to pose a question. Mine is, should violent video games have warning labels? And I'm not really sure how I want to answer that question. I'm guessing that behavioral scientists have figured out that they do have an impact on young children, that playing violent video games and violent video itself has an impact on kids. So this is going to be my research thesis for now. It's a tentative thesis. I'm going to go back and revise that as I do research on this topic. Okay, so on the dashboard also you see that I've got opportunity to put in to-do items, and I have a couple of items here, and then my grades on those items are going to appear at the bottom of the page. When it comes to doing sources, and many of you already have sources listed in your project, I'm going to find the source here by clicking on the Create New Citation button, and many of the database articles do have copy-paste features so that I can copy-paste them into this area. One thing I'd like to show you is that I've noticed that this copy-paste citation that I did earlier has an error on it, and it's one that you're going to find a lot of times with a copy-paste. Even though I chose the MLA rather than the APA format in my copy-paste, I still have an error here that was apparently in that citation on the database article. I know that I need to have each of these words capitalized correctly, so I'm going to go in there and change that. Oftentimes it's the titles that are wrong, so I would suggest that you take a really close look at those. If I want to just save, I'm going to click this button, but if I want to save and add an annotation to this source, I'm going to click this button over here. We'll get to that in just a moment. All right, so this project is about annotation, and annotation means evaluation. So in our society, today we have a lot of questions about what actual truth there is in an article or a source. And so this step of the process becomes really important. How valuable is your source? How unbiased is your source? What perspective does the source have, and what information did you get from it? So all of those aspects of this are really, really important in terms of compiling a research project. In your Schoology folder, you'll see that there's some special information on creating annotated works cited, and this shows you how to do it at this source. You can see the sample screen where you have the sources listed here and then the paragraphs of annotations after them. And in this document as well, there is a three-step method for actually annotating, summarizing the source, evaluating it. Is it reliable? Is it useful? Is it biased? And reflecting on where this research from the source fits into your research paper or your answer to the thesis question. And so please consult with that particular list as you go to write your works cited. This particular page will show you also in Schoology, this shows you what your works cited list will look like when you're finished. So this one is the source, streaming violent genres online, and then afterward you see the sample. This source examines the content within music videos that can be found online on high-trafficked websites. It recognizes this medium as an emerging form of interactive mass media. This source is relevant to the topic of violence within music videos and the effects that they may have on the audience. It separates the different levels of violence that occurs within the videos and the music itself. So as I scroll down here, you can see just how that page is formatted. No need to worry about that because Noodle Tools will automatically format the page for you.